Imagine a library so huge that its shelves vanish into the distance, holding 1,000,000 books. A friend whispers one title and asks you to find it. You could check every single book, one by one. But if the library grew to 1,000,000,000 books tomorrow, would your plan still work? So instead of timing a stopwatch, computer scientists ask a smarter question. As the pile of work gets bigger, how fast does the effort grow? That growth pattern is called Big O notation. It ignores tiny details and focuses on the shape of the curve as things scale up. Now that we measure growth, we need a name for the pile size. We call it N. If N is the number of books, 10 books means N equals 10. 1,000,000 books means N equals 1,000,000. Big O always describes effort in terms of this single, simple letter. Remember finding that one book. Imagine your friend hands you the exact shelf and slot number. You walk straight there and grab it. It takes the same effort whether the library holds 10 books or 1,000,000,000. That's the fastest kind, called O of 1, constant time. But usually nobody hands you the slot. So you check book 1, then 2, then 3, all the way down. Double the books and you double the checking. This steady, fair growth is O of N, linear time. More stuff simply means proportionally more work. So checking everything is slow. Here's a trick that needs the book sorted. Open to the middle, too early. Ignore the whole first half. Too late. Ignore the second. Each peek throws away half the books. This having magic is O of log N, wonderfully fast. Now that we know 3 speeds, let's race them on the same library. O of 1 strolls straight to the book. O of log N takes a handful of clever having peeks. O of N trudges through thousands of books. Same goal, wildly different effort. So far so good, but some jobs are heavier. Imagine introducing every guest at a party to every other guest. With 10 guests, that's a lot of handshakes. With 100, it's 10,000. When effort grows by N times N, that's O of N squared, it explodes. Now we can line our speeds up like a ladder. At the top sits O of 1, always calm. Then O of log N, then O of N, and near the bottom the heavy O of N squared. The higher on the ladder, the better your code handles huge piles. But here's a twist. For 10 books, even the slow ways feel instant, so the speed barely matters. Big O ignores small piles and small extras. It asks one bold question. When N becomes gigantic, which approach still survives? That's where the differences become dramatic. So when we describe effort, we keep only the part that dominates for huge N. 2N plus 5 becomes simply O of N, because as N soars, the plus 5 is a whisper. Big O is the headline of the story, not every tiny word inside it. Now picture a phone app searching millions of songs. With O of N, it might freeze for seconds. With O of log N, it answers before you blink. The same feature, written 2 ways, is the difference between a smooth app and a frustrated, spinning wheel. But effort isn't always fixed. Searching book by book, you might get lucky and find it first, or unlucky and find it last. Big O usually describes the worst case, the promise that no matter how unlucky you are, it will never be slower than this. So now you carry a toolkit, need a direct lookup, reach for O of 1, searching sorted data, have it with O of log N. Just scanning once, O of N is fine, and avoid O of N squared whenever the pile could ever grow truly huge. Always ask what happens at scale. So remember, Big O measures how effort grows as N explodes. O of 1 stays flat, O of log N halves the work, O of N grows fairly, and O of N squared explodes. Keep only the biggest term, plan for the worst case, and always ask what happens at scale.